Thanksgiving is coming. So what you telling me is we can't have the turkey.
No.
The mac and cheese.
No.
The du coulis à pois rouge.
No.
When you got the itis, it just means the food was good.
To be healthy in America is to go out of your way.
We have to remember as while we're young is to always clean our gut, clean our colon, and detox. Our body is a temple of God and we're wonderfully made. Let's act in that.
Welcome to E36 Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb, and I'm here with the one and only.
Yeah, the one and only what?
Are you winning?
Yeah, the one and only what, Caleb?
The one and only that everybody loves. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, it's Bianca. Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode, man. And listen, today's episode is amazing because if you think you're going to enjoy eating food after this episode, if you think you're going to enjoy Thanksgiving after this episode,
I will.
Well, you are in for a shock because we are here today with the one and only Mr. Giovanni Henry. Please give him a round of applause. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the studio.
All right, right off the bat, who is Giovanni?
Facts.
What's up? We got sea mosses at the table.
Yeah.
Apparently, we can't enjoy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Are you the problem? Are you the solution? Talk to us.
Well, hey, my name is Giovanni Henry. First and foremost, I'm a believer in Lord Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
I served my country twice in the United States Marine Corps and the Army. I'm also a husband and a brand new dad. I strongly believe that we have to steward our body well because when you honor your health, you honor the one who created it.
Amen.
So I'm not the problem. I'm just here to help people from, stop paying for hospital bills.
I know that's right.
And saving money on funeral expenses.
All right, before we even move forward, I got to do it. It's a tradition of ours.
Yep.
The man is a man of God. Okay? The man served our country.
Come on now.
The man is a father.
Yeah.
The man is a husband.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you said father anyway.
I said it. I said father, husband,
Yeah.
vet, a man of God.
Yeah.
Just
right.
wow.
Check.
Wow. And he's here to save you.
Mm-hmm. Of hospital bills.
Of hospital bills.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get straight to it. Feel me out like that. You made it. You got straight to the point, which means I can get straight to the point.
Yeah, man.
Feel me. I'm here to ask the questions, and we're gonna go straight like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the journey start?
Oh, man. So I'm going to be very transparent where it started. So back in 2014, I used to work at Vapiano's in 14th Street Union Square.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a salad cook.
Okay.
And there was a guy there who was a big position in Europe, and he used to always come down to New York. Him and I used to always reason. He showed me a picture where he used to be a bodybuilder, but the guy is slim. I said, how did you get that way? He said, how's a cow so fat and healthy? How's that a silverback gorilla could break a man in half? What do they eat? I'm like, I don't know. Well, he said fruits and veggies. And I was 214 pounds at the time, but I wasn't like overweight and sloppy. I was going to the gym probably like 5 times a week because I was preparing to go into the United States Marine Corps. And I started incorporated, he said, eat rice the size of your fist. And I started eating less of rice because before that, I used to go to the gym, go to a place called C&J's, eat a large fried chicken with rice and peas and macaroni salad. Yeah. And my heart used to be
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to C&J because I definitely had that same meal. That fried chicken used to be busted.
All the time.
Okay? All right.
Time.
I just want y'all to know the one right there on Utica. That was my spot. Carry on.
So while I'm doing that, my heart used to squeeze every night and I used to get something called the itis. So essentially the itis is when your body's overworking, is becoming inflamed. So your body have to break all that food down to get the energy.
I thought when you just get sleepy.
Right, that's a
after
part of it.
Food. That's really what that's happening.
That's not a good thing?
No, that's not a good thing. So as I went into my journey, I started eating more greens and less of meat on my plate. And then fast forward when I was in the Marine Corps, I was married before. And my ex-wife was like, yeah, about this vegan thing. I said, all right, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go to Japan for 6 months. And I forgot what kind of diet I did. But I said, when I come back, I'm going to be a vegan. But that type of life of vegan, I was unhealthy. I was eating things that says chicken, but it was like a plant-based soy alternative.
Yeah, I hate the fake meat stuff.
Right. And then next thing when I left the Marine Corps, while I was in the Army, I was having turkey, lamb, and fish. And then I was selling sea moss at the time. And the guy told me, you need to watch Seaspiracy. And there was a doctor who was on What the Health. And he said on the documentary of Seaspiracy, he said the reason why fish has omega-3 fatty acids is because they eat algae. So I said, hold up. If I'm selling the main source, I'm going to get rid of the middleman. And then I became plant-based. So I'm more conscious of what goes in my body.
Okay.
So I don't eat nothing with soy products or whatnot, anything processed.
Wow.
What does plant-based really look like? Give us an example of like what a plant-based meal looks like. Because I know it might sound like a silly question, but like I know pescatarian, I know vegetarian, I know like things, but I don't know anyone in my life that is plant-based and what that looks like in terms of like a full meal. What does that look like?
Okay, I got you right now. Quinoa, sauteed, king oyster mushrooms, kale, plantains, plant-based, one ingredient, nothing added to it. Vegan would be considered Oreos because Oreos don't have no dairy.
Right.
So a lot of people say vegan. It doesn't mean it's healthy. You know, even what's that brand called again? Everybody know about it. They sell vegan burgers.
Oh, I feel like I know what you're talking about. Beyond. Yeah.
No, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
It's not healthy at all.
It looks weird. So
but actually, I'm kind of still like shocked. Real quick, really back. The itis. Because to my knowledge, when you got the itis, it just means the food was good.
All right,
and you ate well. So you got to relax, let the food digest, you food ready to sleep. Okay. So can you go a little deeper in that? What do you mean it's not, it's not a good
thing? So the meaning of the word itis means inflammation. Okay. Right, your body's being inflamed, trying to break down that food. The body's absorbing they're trying to use so much of its energy to break down whatever you eat. Okay. Right, while you think you're eating good, but you see family members that eyes are becoming watery, they're becoming very stuffy, right, and they fall asleep. Am I lying? No, are you guys seeing that?
I'm not seeing that. But
so you're not seeing
fall asleep,
fall asleep, right?
Yeah, fall asleep.
Sometimes they may become very congested. Everybody's different, but you're gonna fall asleep because your body's working hard. So that's not good. You're not supposed to eat to become full. You're supposed to eat to be content. Can I give you an example?
That I'm aware
please.
Let me give you an example. Okay, so white rice. We know white rice is very heavily in starch.
Yeah. Correct.
Right? When people eat that, you become very full, you become very tired. If you go to a Jamaican spot, they give you a lot of rice and peas. There's a lot of portion, right? But if I give you some quinoa, you're not going to feel lethargic. You're just going to feel content. You're going to feel at ease. You're not going to feel tired. You could be able to get up and stand and walk around without feeling like, oh, man, I'm tired.
So I'm in agreement with you that portion. I've never been somebody that looks towards the itis. You know, as a Christian, gluttony is one of the things that is, you know, not wise. So I've never been someone to eat to just like overeat or anything like that. Like I portion control, I can say like, okay, this here, no further kind of thing. Like, but that's also because I like to save a little spot for something sweet. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it in mind, you know, save a little something for something sweet later. And then I also want, you know, something cold and nice. I don't know. So I've always saved space. So I fully understand and agree with the point of eating for contentment. And I might be fast forwarding here, but like, I'm someone that also fasts, right? So fasting is something that I thoroughly enjoy because it's so interesting where your body is like fights it the first day or two. And then by the third, fourth day, you're fully energetic and all you've had is just liquids, you know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like anything. And then even going back to eating is a little difficult because it's like your body's trying to process having a lot of food again. So I always found that was very interesting. So I fully am in agreement. And I like the plate that you just mentioned in terms of like a plant-based meal because that's something that I would eat. I do like quinoa. But I also do like oxtail. I also do like some chicken. I also do like mac and cheese. And you saying those are not good?
And that's where I was gonna go. To add. That's a question, or that's a
question. That's a question.
Okay. Oh, that's a question. Okay, so I'll let you finish answering that, and I'm gonna add on.
Let me ask you a question.
You know,
Why do you like oxtail? Why do you like chicken? It was introduced to you, right?
Right, just like everything else.
Like everything else. So
I like good taste.
Good taste. So children only eat what is introduced to them by their parents or their environment.
Mm-hmm.
So by you saying you like good taste, what are the seasonings in the meat? What are they using?
All types of season. I mean, you know,
Herbs.
especially being
They're using herbs.
Herbs.
Right? Okay, all right.
Especially being Haitian, we make epis. You know,
right. So
real marinated.
Right, you are
juicy.
marinated, right? So
Delicious.
So do you believe you have to thrive on meat only?
No, I don't believe that. But what I am saying is, I commend your plate. I do like your plate. I find your plate to be tasty as well, right? Because I think taste is important regardless of what you're eating, which is why I think a lot of people struggle with becoming vegan or becoming plant-based, is because the substitution often looks bland, often is not tasteful, and often looks very sad.
Okay, so
to be honest,
so that's out of ignorance, because you have to understand this now.
The man just called me ignorant.
No. So no, I'm not.
No. I'm joking. Go ahead, Harry. No, that's fair.
Remember,
Go ahead.
So the whole premises of life when you're eating, right? You eat to live. You don't live to eat.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So we have been so indoctrinated in the Caribbean culture about eating meat, like wings, right? Chitlins, ribs, panini, grill, right?
That's a lot of cultures there, because that's the Black Americans with the chitlins.
Right.
Okay, panini, that's a lot of, the Hispanic culture.
But look at the effect. Look at the effect over
You're
generations.
coming for everybody's culture right now.
But look at the effect.
What are the effects?
The effect is that most of those parts that I named was parts that were not good.
Correct.
When the master gave it over to the what?
Leftovers.
The slaves.
Yeah.
Right. And, we have a way of people making things very good and creative. Thank God. But however, look what it has done. Right. When it comes to chronic illnesses, African Americans are on top. We're on top when it comes to music, creativity. But when it comes to diseases, we're on top of that too. Because what's on our plate? Oh no, this need more salt. Oh no, this need more brown sugar. You guys ever heard about sorrel?
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever seen your auntie when they lick their finger and they put the brown sugar in and the white sugar in? They be like, this need more, and they put like a cup in there. Everybody's experience is different, right? It's just certain things.
That's very Jamaican of you.
It's just that,
I'm just calling out the cultures whenever you speak.
Right. It's just that certain things have to change. Look, Thanksgiving is coming.
Correct.
Everybody's ready for that. But my thing is this: if Monday through Sunday you eating meat, you can't give your body rest.
Pause. Pause. Thanksgiving is coming. I'm glad you mentioned it. So what you telling me is we can't have the lamb, ham, oh God, beans, greens, potatoes. You name it. Okay, if we can't have this,
I'm gonna just go ahead.
Pause. I got you. If we not having the turkey, the mac and cheese, the black rice, the du collet à pois rouge. You know what I mean? Nous pas bien manger. You know what I mean? We not having the chicken. We not having whatever other people use for Black Americans. They got the ham, the collard greens, the yams, the chitlins and whatnot. We don't eat like that. But the Caribbean folk, we eat the lasagna and all that. Okay, cool. You telling the folks, take a break. What does a plant-based Thanksgiving look like?
Okay, so before I get into that, right, of taking a break on certain these meals, what I'm trying to say, actually, I'm asking you this. How many people in your family have passed away from a chronic illness? And I'm naming the chronic illnesses. You have lupus, you have cancer, you have diabetes. You also have high blood pressure. You guys didn't lose anybody in your family for that? Or do you know someone that passed away from things?
I lost one.
Okay, sorry to hear.
Diabetes, yeah.
Diabetes, right? Okay. And I'm going to ask you a question. This is all honesty. What he or she was eating like? And we call it healthy because we say they look healthy.
That was a while ago. But it's basically what we eat, the Haitian food and everything like that.
All right. Basically what we are eating, right? Yeah. So what I was trying to say is that everybody's getting up for Thanksgiving and you name all basically the meals in the Haitian culture and other cultures, right? Is that eaten through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Depends on the household.
As long as it's in the
household.
fridge, I'm gonna eat him.
Yeah, depends on the household,
If
but
it's
for
in the
sure,
fridge,
yes.
I'm gonna eat it,
Depends on the
man.
household.
I'm glad you said that, right? And I'm not telling everyone, hey, this is what you need a substitute. I'm just saying, hey, have you ever thought about incorporating more healthy alternatives instead of white rice? Hey, you can have some quinoa. You can have some wild rice. You can have some kamut, which is a grain that's high in protein. And these grains that I name, you never heard about kamut?
No.
Oh, don't
No.
worry. So, yeah, so these grains, such as kamut, wild rice, and quinoa, they're high in protein.
Mm-hmm.
They're good on fiber, so it's going to help with bowel movements. White rice doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
White rice, what it does is it's full of starch. Starch breaks down into what? Sugar. And sugar breaks down to what? Fat. You have to understand with all these meals, all these great analogies you're using, think about it. Your body don't know what's unhealthy and healthy. The small intestines absorb the nutrients and then it pours into the bloodstream. And where does blood flow in the body? All over. So over time, when you're eating the same foods that are tasting good or culturally accepted, it's crippling you.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the pathology lab. Pathology lab is when you see different organs and stuff. Because I go in there because on the side, I'm a medical carrier. I do medical carrier work because I like to learn so I could come back and share with you all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was I saw a leg of a 71-year-old who's dealing with type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
The pathologist assistant opened it up. She said, oh, wow, this person most likely had high cholesterol. She showed me the blood vessels. It was hard like a rock. You know why? Because no blood can flow throughout these blood vessels.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, if you understand the deeper, the consequences of these diseases, you might want to think again of what goes in your body. Because we eat to what is good for our taste buds, but we never eat and say like this, we need to honor the body that God has given us. You believe you're wonderfully made, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So it goes back to what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to stop eating meat. I don't come here to preach about stop eating meat. I'm here to help you, hey, optimize your health and honor your health. Because if we say our body is a temple of God and we're wonderfully made, let's act in that.
I get that.
In agreement. But to go back to the question, what does a plant-based Thanksgiving look like?
I will tell you right now.
Because we talk about all the things that we should take a break from. Cool. Great. So somebody out there that's listening and saying, okay, cool, brother. I'd like to change my life for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like for a plant-based Thanksgiving dinner?
I got you. So, hey, you cook your
What are the
meals.
substitutes? Give it by the...
Right, by the
substitutes,
order.
by the order,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's start with the meat.
The meat? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we want to know
So
about.
as the meat, you can substitute for oyster mushrooms or
Instead of turkey and chicken,
Well, yeah.
oxtail.
Yeah. At the end, you won't feel
I'm throwing it
lethargic.
out there.
At the end, you won't feel lethargic. At the end, you won't get the itis. At the end, your body won't produce excess amount of mucus. At the end, you will be able to have bowel movements. So to substitute meat, you can have king oyster mushrooms. You can have limeade. You can have oyster mushroom, which is a different mushroom from what I mentioned before, and portobello mushrooms. Now going into the greens, you could have kale, but don't cook it all the way down. Just steam it so you could be able to get that water thereof in the kale so it can help with the bowel movements. Because you know that kale contains water. You can have some cucumbers. You can eat that raw. Have some cherry potatoes. And now I'm naming you a plate.
Of course. That's what we want to hear.
You can have plantains. You can have boiled bananas. Have you guys ever heard about boiled bananas?
Sure have not.
Boiled bananas you could get at Food Bazaar Supermarket. Right? They have it in Connecticut, New Jersey.
Is that
and
like
Brooklyn.
a different type of banana?
Yes, in a way. But
Okay.
except for it's like less starchy. And the thing is, you can cook it like fries or like plantains or green bananas, tostones or whatever.
So it's
right?
like plantains.
Yeah, it's like plantains.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And except for on the oval shape.
Okay.
And as you know, that boiled bananas contain a mineral called potassium. Do you guys know what potassium is good for?
Now, please tell us.
All right, so potassium is a mineral that helps soothe the muscles after a strenuous workout. And is also good for your heart health, right? Regulating your heart rhythm. So every time
and what's the substitute for mac and cheese?
mac and
lasagna?
cheese, far as I'm tracking, I can't tell you on that. I can't tell you on that. I could tell you the greens, the grain, the meat substitute, and and the one healthy fat, you could have the avocados.
Okay, no sweets.
Oh, as far as sweets, oh man, there's a lot. Let me think on it. You can have tamarind.
Oh.
You can have some tamarind.
Oh
You got
oh.
you can have some tamarind. You know what I'm saying? What can I tell you? You can have. I mean, I could shout out
Some fruits, a fruit platter.
Yeah, you can have a fruit platter.
Okay, see, I'm helping you out here, my guy.
You can have some
fruit platter.
You can have some fruit platter, right? Some mangoes.
Yeah.
Some blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. To put it you like this way, you're not harming yourself by eating like that. Just letting you know. Because you know it's a sad thing. On Thanksgiving, what's the first thing we do when the meal is prepared?
We pray over that food.
Can you say the prayer, please?
We pray over that.
What's that famous line that we say?
Oh, I don't know. I pray.
Lord,
I don't do
okay.
the recital ones. Are you talking about the recital ones?
Yeah.
Which one is that? That's the
I'll help you out.
So we pray.
I'll help you
we
out.
don't do
I'll help you
the.
out.
How is it go again?
Listen.
How does it go again?
It goes like this. Father, bless this meal with grace and let it bring nutrients to my body.
What's the whole thing? I'm sorry, just to remind. No, just to remind us. Can you go back to the whole thing? Because we just really drew a blank just now.
Bless this meal with grace.
No, the whole one. Do you know the whole thing?
No.
Oh, okay. There is one though.
I'm just giving you the one that. No, I'm just giving you the one that we normally.
Yeah, Lord, bless me for this food and something.
Right.
Something.
So
we gotta do better with that.
So the whole point is that I pray it stops. Over those certain food, because the whole point is that when you come before God, you tell him the truth, right? So right after what I tell you what the itis mean, right after I tell you what the small intestines do when they absorb the nutrients from whatever you eat because they don't know, you telling me this meal that I say God bless is nutritious. Have you ever seen anybody pray over the fruits? I'm listening.
Yeah, we pray over all our food.
That's not the point. What I'm saying. The thing is this, do you pray over your fruits? If I gave you a mango right now, are you going to pray over it?
No.
But you're going to pray over that what? Rice and beans.
Because that's a meal.
I didn't think you about to sit down
but you see, you're ready. You're ready. But who told you it was a meal? It's still food, right? Can I read you a scripture?
Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. Pull out the scripture. We love Bible.
And we believe meal is a food, right?
Yeah, meal is food.
Okay.
Fruits is just
Genesis
on the side.
All right. Genesis chapter 1.
Yeah.
Verse 29.
We going to school today, y'all.
You ready? Genesis 1 verse 29.
129.
And God said.
What version?
This is ESV.
Just so the folks know. ESV.
English Standard Version.
Copy.
Right? It says, and God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its food. You shall have them for food. So we haven't been indoctrinated the fact that, hey, it has to be meat. It has to be enticing to be a meal, to be food. That's not necessarily true.
I agree with you. Here's what I will say. So I'm asking the questions for the people because the masses, these are the things that we think about. When we think about Thanksgiving, we think about the entire meals and the things that we're used to eating all the time. This is what we normally do. When we're about to eat a meal that we consider is a meal, we pray over our food. These are the things that we as a community or as people do. Now, growing up Seventh-day Adventist, we do have a health message, right? So this is nothing that I'm not familiar with in terms of like what is the true intention of God when he created us and mankind, right? It is over the years, humanity, obviously the fall, sin, and nature that we have begun eating animals and all types of things, right? However, I love that you brought that scripture, but I can also bring up other scripture, right? Where God is basically letting us know what we can eat from the things that we have already decided to eat, because albeit that is not what he designed for us originally, just like he didn't design or want us to fall and be outside of the Garden of Eden. Now the fact that we are, right? There are things that has allowed us to eat, right? Which he lists all the animals that are clean and unclean to eat and so on and so forth. So therefore, we are able to eat them, and they are still, if we are eating it, we should still bless it. We should still give it up to God, right? Because we're not praying over our food because we say that this is what is right for us to eat. We are praying over our food because we're giving thanks because we have nourishment and we're able to eat and be sustained, right? So that is the reasons why we pray over our food. Now, to go back to the point that I was going to originally make is I'm fully in alignment and in agreement with the health message in terms of eating fruits and vegetables. That is what is intended for us. Plant-based diet is amazing. Vegan diet is amazing. Even pescatarian diet is amazing. As much as possible for you to clean up your diet is amazing, right? Whereas the alternative is eating whatever and however you want. Obviously, that's what I mean by it. It's amazing. The question I propose is living in America where it's intentionally made for the fast food, the ungood food to be cheaper and the clean foods or healthier foods to be pricier and less accessible to the masses, right? How do we combat that and find ways for our communities to eat healthy and affordable? Because again, this is the country in which we live in. This is the society in which we live in, where this is what is being the propaganda that is being pushed before us, right? Because we know it is an industry where they push for us to eat unhealthy because then we rely on the medicine and the doctors, and it's a revolving door. How
Say that
do
again.
you
Say that again, because I'm going to hit what you just said before the statement.
Go ahead.
So say that again.
I'm saying it's the propaganda of pushing for us to eat unhealthy, for us to be sick, go to the doctors, take their medicine, and it's a revolving cycle.
Yep.
Right? So how do you propose or advise or help people that are listening to this to say, like, you know what? I know better. I'd like to do better. However, it's costly and or not accessible. And not to say just excuses, but they're the realities half of the time are that as well.
Okay. All right.
I know that was a mouthful, so please, if you ever need me to reiterate anything,
so
I
the
will.
statement before, so I'm not here to push unclean and clean. I'm just trying to push that, hey, we have to be more, look, because I knew I was going to hear something like that. Because us as believers, we have to, you can't just fall on that. You have to look at the reality of things, what goes in your body. Because I hear you saying, like you're agreeing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Whatever goes in your body, you have to know that what you're getting from it. If you look at the periodic table, most of those minerals, God has made those minerals in your body. Correct? All right. So when you look at your plate, you should say, okay, what nutrients I'm getting from this? Because if you're saying we're just saying that prayer to just give you thanks for the food, then just say, Lord, thank you for this food. Don't ask him to give you nutrients now. Because if that's the case, you will eat any meat that's under the sun, right? And you say, Lord, bless us with nutrients and please let me get the nourishment thereof of it. But you won't eat a rat. You won't eat a snake. You won't eat a frog because you'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'm eating my chicken. I'm eating my beef. I'm eating my lamb. But instead of saying, yo, Lord, bless us nutrients in my body, be like, no, Lord, we thank you. Give him thanks. I just want to address that because we have to be realistic. But that's what I'm
saying. Most people that pray over their food are giving thanks. Like we just mentioned, we didn't even know that prayer very well because, like I said, we're Haitian, one, but two, culturally speaking, when we pray over our food, we don't do that prayer per se.
So you guys never heard that prayer before?
I didn't say we haven't heard it. I said that's not something we do in Haitian culture. Like we just pray regular, is what I'm saying. Okay. That's why I mentioned that.
Okay.
But to go back to the points in which I was speaking about when I mentioned the clean and unclean foods, I was saying the evolution of man, and even in biblical times, the original point for God was for us to eat fruits and vegetables, and that's what he wanted. That's the health message. Correct. However, because of the fall, because of the sin, because of human nature, we moved from just eating fruits and veggies to eating animals, to the point where God has to help us separate from what is good, pleasing to eat, which is good and clean foods, and what is unclean foods, like you just mentioned about a rat and this, that, and the third. That's just guidance, right? God is always going to give barriers and guidance because as you grow, things occur and God still gives you guidance out of his grace and his mercy.
Yes.
That was the point in which I made. But the question in which I asked was, in America, where what is being pushed to us, what is easily accessible and affordable, is the foods that are not necessarily good for us, i.e. the fast food, and all the other foods that we eat. Like, there's always every single store that just has all Caribbean foods and all types of foods or whatever the case may be. Cool, right? But to get healthy foods, to get plant-based foods, to get, those are not always easily accessible to us. So what I'm asking is, for the people that is trying to make that transition.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like, for the people that's trying to make the transition, what are some of the, I guess, staple help that you could provide, where it's like, hey, this is where you could go. This is how you make it affordable. This is, that's what I mean by that.
So the first thing, can I go about how I went about it as
for
an example?
Sure.
Okay.
For
so the
sure.
first thing when I went about it, I had to know my why. Right? I had to know, okay, why am I eating this? What is the health benefits I'm getting from it? Right? Is this going to allow me to invest in my health more? No hospital bills, no funeral bills eventually, right? From dying from chronic illnesses. So what I did was, like, for instance, like a grain like quinoa. You can go on Amazon, you can get quinoa for bulk. Let's say, you know what, I can't deal with Amazon. I want to get it right there and then. If you have a Sprouts Farmers Market nearby you, us in New York City, we have a Food Bazaar. We have a C-Town, right? We have a Whole Foods. You can get quinoa there. Now, let's say you're tired of eating, like, certain beans in a can. You go on Amazon, you could get it wholesale. I can't tell you every brand, like, by name, but you could go on Amazon, you could go to your local supermarket to get the rich grains, such as the teff, the quinoa, the wild rice, the kamut. Far as beans, you can get them in a can if you want to each his own. You can get them at your local supermarket, like I said, or if you want to get them in wholesale and dry form, you could get them at on Amazon. You can get them for bulk. Now, as far as mushrooms, you can go to your local Asian markets, the Japanese markets, the Korean markets. I highly advise going there instead of going like Whole Foods, because they give you a little bit and they charge you a lot of money. So it's putting somebody in a hard position. But it's a Japanese store where I go to and I get these big king oyster mushrooms for like $4.99, and that can spread throughout like for 3 days. It depends how you cook them, right? Now, let's say someone say, I'm tired of eating dairy. I'm gonna go back to answer your question. There's a brand, because there's a lot of brands out there that push coconut milk, and it will have a lot of ingredients. That's the thing. We gotta read the ingredients, even though if it says plant-based, non-GMO.
I don't get that.
You gotta.
But you see, like, all of this is like so much. That's why I said, like, I think oftentimes people, not you, people that are on the other side of the health message, right, tend to point fingers, right? Where it's like, you're not eating healthy. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. But then when you sit there to have the conversation in terms of like, okay, how do I do that? There's so many steps.
It's a class.
Which means, not for it to be an excuse, which means someone has to be intentional. Someone has to come to said enlightenment in order to do the work and go out of their way. Because reality is, to be healthy in America is to go out of your way.
Yeah, you have to be intentional.
Which is unfair, but it's true.
Okay, so
do you agree or disagree?
I agree to disagree.
Okay, tell me your stance.
Yeah, because
you don't feel like you have to go out of your way to be healthy in America?
No, matter of fact, I'm only going to spek for New York.
No, let's do it.
Yeah, I can't speak for every state in America, because some places don't even have access to. How hard if I go to Indiana, I ain't gonna find a Haitian restaurant there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
No, that's true. I went to Indiana. I did not have a Haitian restaurant, but I had some hot chicken. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's why I said you got to go out your way to be healthy. So go ahead. Why do you disagree in New York City?
In New York City, I disagree because there's a lot of good vegan restaurants out here.
Okay.
Right. One called I don't want to shout out different. I'm not here for
that's all right. There's many vegan restaurants.
There's many vegan restaurants, healthy ones, right? One of my favorite too is Food for the Goose. They're out here in Brooklyn, and as well the Butcher's Daughter, which is in Brooklyn as well.
Okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah, so you can go there, but for one who's like, yo, man, this is gonna add up, which it does. Yes, you have to. This is where I agree. You do have to go out your way and do the homework. But look at the benefits you're gonna reap. Because look,
for sure.
if you give me $20 and I go to John F. Kennedy Fried Chicken Crowns, I'm good. I can spread $20. Well, I don't know how it's now. In the 2010s,
You called it John F. Kennedy.
right? That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
I wouldn't go let that slide.
Okay.
No, KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
KFC.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's all right. I just had to.
I'm
I
not
just had to
bugging.
say that.
Yeah, he meant the other one.
Yeah, I meant the other
Which
one. I'm not
one?
bugging.
Off brands that be in the
Yeah, this one.
We don't mention those.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't mention none of them.
None of them.
Yep,
In
right.
agreement.
So because they're killing the community slowly.
Yeah,
and
because
that's
we
why-
don't have free promo.
And that's why you see in every. All right, so back to topic, right?
Topic,
So,
yes. So you do have to go
You
out your
do
way,
have-
but why do you feel like you don't have to go
you don't
out
have
your way?
because when you put it that way, I had one of my friends told me he said I was talking to him about water fast. I said I've never done that. That could be hard.
Mhm.
He said, nah, you just gotta know your why. It's not hard if you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said after that first and second day. All right. So the same thing with going to this lifestyle. But I'm gonna tell people what I did. I didn't just go straight off the back into being plant-based. I had the luxury of curry goat, everything. I even had possum before. I had bat before in Indonesia.
Wow.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
That's the most
That's
horrible meat in the
crazy.
world. Small and mad bony. Tastes like nothing.
First time I seen somebody eat a bat was off of a show called Survivor. And while you were talking about you're not gonna eat a rat, I was like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, under certain circumstances, you just might.
Yeah. So what I always tell people is take your time slowly. Okay,
Yes.
you like chicken? All right, cool. Could you live without rice for 3 days, like white rice? All right, yes, I can. All right, try quinoa. I like this. Okay, could you live without chicken for 3 days? Yeah, all right, cool. Try fried oyster mushrooms or try salty oyster mushrooms, right? So it's more like how bad you want it.
Okay.
Right.
So here's
Agreed.
here's what I gotta say in all this, right? Oh Lord, that was a lot of information. Okay, so with yes, agree with everything. The benefits is amazing and it's all nice, but here's my thing, right? When I believe it was last year, my church had a 21-day Daniel fast.
I love the fact that you say Daniel. I'm gonna correct that in a few.
Oh,
I'll help correct that because I hate that too.
Yeah,
y'all both hated
I
it?
do.
Oh,
Yeah, carry on,
they
though.
had that fast, right? And then so I personally couldn't do it all the way because I started the first week went good because it was pay week. So I could sustain. For me, I can go to the veggie spot and hold it down, you know. But then the second week hit, and it's like, wow, this meal cost me $15, but then I can go to the corner store and stretch that for 2 extra days, you know. So then the intentional part of it, you really have to really be very. Like you gotta really want it really bad to do it. And then my whole thing with trying to eat healthy also is that I see that the moment you do want to eat healthy, you have to learn how to cook because it's better for you to do everything yourself because you know everything that's going in.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
So I can't.
It takes time. It takes effort. You have to go out of your way, and it can be pricey.
Yeah.
But the results, the
result-
benefits are great. So it's those things that you're
really,
weighing
it's
all
really
the
tricky,
time.
and it's also on the environment because yes, the
Correct.
corner stores, sure you could dodge them, but I have an aunt and a mom that comes in my room every day that asks me this.
You live in a Haitian household
I can't
that
escape
is
it.
cooking,
Because the thing is, you never.
and
I'm
it
so
smells
sorry.
good to the nose.
Yeah.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
so
You didn't cut
sorry.
me
So,
off. You're good.
You didn't have a why. You probably did. You have a why with the fast?
No, it was just something that we were just doing.
All right, boom, because we was just doing it. But if you knew your why, exactly why you was doing this fast, first and foremost, just to make a disclaimer, when Daniel was doing the 10-day fast, not a Daniel fast, for 10 days he drank water and had vegetables. The reason why he ate that way because the Babylonians essentially wanted him and his brethren to eat the way how they ate, but they were Hebrews and they lived according to the Levitical dietary law. So they went outside of it. And plus, the Lord never told them to eat that way. So it's something that Daniel knew, which is of old knowledge, which is nothing new under the sun. And with those 10 days drinking water and vegetables, how did he turn out to be?
But also I want to add.
How did he turn out to
I'm
be?
in agreement with you. I just want to add to the fact that Daniel did not fast. He did what he'd already always did. So therefore, them calling it a Daniel fast is biblically inaccurate because the ones who actually fast would probably be Esther. Esther fasted. But I'm in agreement with you, and it was all for the better because they were stronger, they were better, they were wiser, and so that's why I'm fully in agreement with you.
So thank you very much, and thank you for adding that on in there. So that's one thing, and you never had a why. So usually I could be around. You can ask my family. Thanksgiving, I'm the king of plates. When it came to food, Monday through Sunday, I ate whatever I want. I used to have a tall glass of ice with Tropicana, fruit juice, some Sprite, sesame chicken, General Toso chicken, fried rice. You know, I used to have it all, but I never had a why. You feel me? So this is the reason why you probably fell. And of course, you do have a valid point with the pricing too. And the environment, it gets a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? But you will have to go, I'm going to give you your flowers. You have to go out of your way.
Thank you.
Right?
Because it's true. You got to go out of your way.
To be healthy.
You have to go out of your way to be healthy.
Run me my money.
Thank you for acknowledging that because it's true.
But can I say something?
Yes.
And this is a message for all men. This goes for women too. But with all men, we won't have generations because we need leaders in the household. You have to ask yourself, and this is your choice. You don't even have to listen to me. Sorry. You don't even have to listen to me. But at the same time, when you dive deeper into saying, okay, God created these grains for a reason. He created these beans for a reason, right? He created this herb for a reason, right? You can use Genesis 1:29 as a reference. You start to seek more to be like, okay, what I have been taught growing up is not helping me. It's killing me. You have to understand that, right?
What do you say? I apologize. Carry on. I'm going to remember what I was about to say.
As men, when in America, African Americans, we're on the top when it comes to chronic illnesses. I always tell people this. You're not married, right?
No.
All right. But I'm going to tell you this before you get married. You're going to be the doctor of the household. When I'm not there, guess who's the nurse of the household? My wife. Our kitchen cabinets is where our medicine is, where God food is in. So you actually got to really pay attention to that and look into that, bro. Because I always tell men this. I tell husbands this, you're going to eat yourself to death and then you're going to leave this earth and then your wife going to belong to somebody else because you lack self-control, because you want to stick to culture. But God gave you the food for you to be able to have endurance, stamina, and for you to stay strong. Now, to also honor him, one, and to stay healthy and strong for your kids and your wife. I just got to share that with you. That's very important. I don't, and the thing is, I'm not trying to control you. I hear it a lot, bro. I hear a lot when men just feel comfortable, like, hey, it is what it is. It's convenient. Nothing gonna happen to me. I'm gonna die once. It doesn't affect my salvation. That's foolishness. Go ahead, eat healthy and make it to heaven faster. But come on now, you know how selfish that is? Your family, you already can't afford healthy food, so what happened? What if the finances of your family can't afford a funeral? Then what? It only takes one decision to know why I want to eat healthy. And I'm not saying directly to you. I'm just giving you advice, the reason why. And then for wives out there, please feed your husband healthy food so he can, be healthy for God first and for you and your whole entire family. Because it's plays too. You feel me?
So then do you feel like the way that most Christian, fathers, with the dad bods and how they look in our community.
Silly, bro.
Oh.
It's silly.
So you feel the way about it.
Yeah, because let's not be hypocrites. A lot of, some husbands, not a lot, because I can't generalize. Some husbands, they may feel a way that their wife let go. After they met, after they got married, and when they have children, they just let go, right? All right, cool. That has to stop. Because at the same time, it goes for men too.
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. It goes for men too.
To the men.
That's why for me, you know what I did when because I'm part of a men's ministry. We went to surprise a brother in Christ who's a part of the men's ministry who ran the half marathon for the first time. Ran a half marathon on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. You get what I'm saying? I don't do these things to gloat. I don't do these things to like make myself better than another person. I do it for one, because I believe I'm wonderfully made. You can't just speak in faith. You got to walk in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wonderfully made, but I'm going to train my body. I ain't gonna lie to you. This half marathon, I just did it out of love. I didn't really train, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a distance runner, right? Whatever I put in my body, I got to make sure, okay, if I put this in my body, it's going to do this for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I had some kamut, some chickpeas, and some spinach, and some plantains. My wife made that for me yesterday. Cooked it in olive oil, no seed oils. We're going to get into that if you guys have questions about that.
It's a whole lot in these things, man.
I will wrap that part, everything that you just said, with saying that I fully agree in terms of the body is a temple, and that we should honor it as such, and that we should be mindful of what we put inside of our bodies as well.
Right.
And I do love that there's a men's message to that as well, because it requires discipline, it requires intentionality, and it requires a why. So I'm fully in alignment with you on that. However, I want to go back to something that you said, because there's other people that could be listening to this that will have a rebuttal to when you say about like people's family members or whatever that die because of poor eating habits and such like that, and or, you know, not looking good or whatever the case may be. I don't know, right? Caleb, unfortunately, has a family member that has passed away because of illnesses diabetes that correlates with poor eating. Yeah. I, by the grace of God, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah, do not have any deaths in my family. My grandmother, love her, crazy lady, crazy lady, is 82 years old, you know, and she's fine. And I mean, like she 50 something years old. All right. She a hot girl. She outside. She has no ailments, issues, anything like that. Doesn't take any medication of any sorts. And eats. And I mean eats the Haitian meals and all the things, right? It's kind of the same argument that people will have that say like, any type of thing, right? Where it's like, you say this, but I got people in my family that eat however they want, and they fine all their life and never take no medication and this, that, and third.
I love to hear that.
What do you say to people that have those rebuttals? Okay. Because I have family members that honestly, like, my grandmother, I want to be like her when I grow up. I want to be a baby like her.
Go ahead to add on to that too. Also, I know a friend of mine who's also strictly on a carnivore diet, and he's very much seeing benefits from it too, and all that. So to people that do have those rebuttals,
right? Like the people that are in the gym that are eating, you know, meats
whatever
and veggies, not whatever they want. No, not whatever they want, but they have a strict like meats and veggies diet that lift and look good, feel good, all of that. Okay. What do you say to those rebuttals?
So I'm gonna address what you have to say, and I'm gonna push the needle.
Sure.
But for how long?
82 years.
You didn't hear what I just said.
I don't know. What are you asking?
You guys say, hey, we know people that you said, hey, first of all, glory be to God that your grandmother's doing
glory be to God. She annoys me, but glory be to God. But
this is what I'm going to say. And this might be uncomfortable.
Go ahead.
I want us as believers to, we cover certain things and we call it glory be to God or you know,
no, glory be to God, her age.
Her age, okay.
Her age.
Okay, her age, okay.
Yes.
I thought you were speaking of the food and whatnot.
I'm only giving that in terms of, for anyone that might have a rebuttal that is like that, in terms of going to the gym and eating meats and veggies, or personal testimony like myself of a grandmother who's 82 years old, lean, fine, hot girl, don't have no medication and no ailments.
Right. So just a lot of ailments, a lot of things feed into what is healthy. Right? Because you have some people that eat meat that live longer than people that are plant-based.
Correct.
Or vice versa.
Right.
Right? Because it could be a matter of stress. It can be working out. It could be what the person is eating. So it just depends. Like, it's probably because she doesn't stress. You know, that's why she looked the way how she looked. Right? But you also got to remember there's always the insides as well. We don't know what's going on in the colon. We don't know what's going on in the body. The body only could take as much.
Are you pausing for me? Because I'm saying she's 82 years old, don't take no medication, and goes to her yearly, and she's physically
you're not
fine.
listening to what I'm saying. There's certain individuals that we say this. I'm gonna leave that topic alone because I don't want to say something.
I didn't know if you were talking directly about this or just in general.
I'm talking directly in general that we always say, oh, such and such was healthy, but there's a lot of factors that feed into a healthy lifestyle. It could be stress levels, it could be food, and it can be exercise.
Yes, she does exercise. Right. That little lady of mine.
That most likely contribute to that. But we have to remember as while we're young is to always clean our gut, clean our colon, and detox. Because we always look at our grandparents and like, oh, they eating whatever we want. Look at them. But you don't know what their insides look like. Now, the carnivore diet, I can debate that.
Okay.
Remember you, the gut it wasn't made to break down meat so easily. That's why you have to add greens so you can have that fiber. Right? We're not a dog. We're not a lion where they could just eat meat and just come right out. We need some type of fiber to break down those meats. Remind you, there's something called parasites. By you eating that meat every day, you don't think that you're getting parasites within your body.
Y'all hear that, bodybuilders? Y'all in the gym?
And
y'all eat steaks and greens?
And we call this healthy.
A parasite.
People working out 8-pack, 6-pack, we call that healthy. But what is really healthy? The way I define being healthy, eating on the things that give you nutrients to your body, of the minerals that's created in your body already.
Okay.
So if I have a Brazilian nuts, which have selenium is good for your what? Your brain function, your cognitive skills. Okay. Selenium's in my body. I'm going to eat what has selenium and I'm going to gain the benefits from it, the nutrients thereof. Right?
Okay. So then here's where I'm also thinking, right? When it comes to the whole eating healthy thing, right? Trainer that I used to have, he said the front is for decoration and the back is for information.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to reading these information, that's not like regular knowledge that anybody and everybody knows.
Word. You gotta go all your way.
Here we go again.
Going out your way. I'm telling you.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
You know, so what I'm saying is when you pick up let's say when you pick up a bar, bar says this has 25 grams of protein, but then you go in the back and it's a whole different actual
vitamin and soda vitamin.
This other ingredients in it and everything.
My rule is if you can't read it, you can't eat it.
Hey,
but
that's literally my rule.
But then my thing is like, it's really, it's hard, man. I really don't know other way to put it. It's really just hard to be healthy.
Hard?
You have a car?
To eat healthy. I do have a car, yes.
You have a car?
Yeah.
So when you went to get your car, was it a gift or you had to go in the car dealership?
I went to the car dealership.
And you had to find it. You went there, you already knew the facts. You knew what you was getting yourself into, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because you did the research?
Yeah.
And why? Because you care.
Yeah.
Because your money's going into it.
For sure.
So it's the same thing with food. But except for it's going into your body. Right? That's a clickbait.
You be right into it.
You have the Malta here? You have Malta?
We do have Malta. It's right under you.
You set him up. All right. So you said, okay. Yo, this used to be my favorite. Some ice, bro. With a small rice and peas jerk chicken with the oxtail sauce on the rice and peas and with some plantains. With this?
Let me tell you something. The treaty Jamaican man know about Haitian stuff.
Okay.
Can't forget the milk and all that. Yeah, go ahead.
So this right here, this Malta Goya has 22 grams of sugar. 4 teaspoons of sugar equals to a gram of sugar. 22. We grew up, our uncles, our aunts drinking it. Right? Grace of God, some of them here, some of them not here. Another example, I had an uncle who passed away in 2011, Uncle Lunny. They used to call him Heineken because he loved Heineken so much. And he died from a stroke. He survived like 5 strokes. As we know, that stroke is when a random blood clot goes into a random part of the brain. So that's why you see some people, they may walk funny, they face or whatnot, right? A big contributor to people getting strokes is due to high blood pressure. And as we know, sugar contribute to high blood pressure and a lot of things, obesity, heart disease, and strokes and whatnot. So the first thing you have to do is make sure you're reading the ingredients. It's very important. Raise your hand if you ever had Cheerios.
Yeah, grown up.
It has something called trisodium phosphate, known as TSP. That is an agent that's used to remove mold. So why the heck would you sell to me a cereal that would lower my cholesterol? But yet you give me something that's used to remove mold? Yet it has refined sugar in it, which is linked to obesity, strokes, and heart disease, which is the #1 most leading cause of deaths in America. So it is your duty to read the ingredients. You got because you pull out your credit card and just bought it because it tastes good. But hey, you take time to know what shoes you're going to buy. You take time to what camera you're going to buy. You take time to know what car you're going to buy. Your body is like it's like a car. If you don't change the oil, eventually your car going to break down.
So no more Maltas. Got it.
No, but
get a Malta arrest.
But if you're looking for
and read the labels.
But if you're looking for something that tastes good, because I'm not the type of person to tell you to go cold turkey. Have some coconut water. Give your body some electrolytes. Some coconut water. Right? Get the coconut water that just says coconut water. Not concentrate. That's another thing.
Or get a coconut.
Right. Yeah.
Here's what I'll say.
And this has high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, everything
which is
does.
linked to diabetes.
Everything does.
It's always something.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I like that latter half that you just said in terms of like you're not somebody that tells anybody to do anything cold turkey, because I'm a firm believer of that as well. So I have periods of times where I always like to incorporate as healthy of an option as possible, but I'm also someone that does not like to, how do I say, I don't like to not like what I'm eating. You know, it got to taste good. Okay. To me, that is, because that's subjective. To me, that's subjective, right? But in terms of like scaling back, I like that. I scale back on meat, right? Like I don't have meat every single day of the week. Absolutely not. I know it's difficult for your body to digest. It takes a while for your body to digest. It's all of the things. I don't have too much starch throughout the week. I won't have rice and pasta and everything throughout the week. Why? Because I, know that starch goes into your body and turns into sugar, right? Like, even the consumption of alcohol, that's something that I rarely do because that lives in your body and turns into sugar, right? Like, I scale back on a lot of things. I want to preface by saying that my why, because we were talking about why, and I was sitting here thinking about my why, right? Because I do a lot of healthier options often. And my why is vanity. I always go for vanity, then stay for health. So, and that is just transparent and honest. And the reason why is because as women, we know you look good, you feel good, right? As well as you feel good, you got more energy, you're more productive, right? So I'm a firm believer in that. So in terms of like me eating healthier, it's because I'm also being mindful of my body weight, right? Me eating healthier also has to do with the energy that I need to be productive. Me eating healthier, making alternative options is because I do want to be 82 and look good like my grandmama. You know what I mean? Look good. But then the feel good happens too. You know what I mean? Even when I work out, vanity, but also know that there's health that comes with it. So my why is vanity, then I stay for the health. And I do think that everyone needs to look for their why, regardless of what that means, because it does help you in making better choices. Now, I say all of this, but I'm no hypocrite. I literally just had jerk oxtail and mac and cheese just now. And that thing was good.
It was good.
I don't know. However, the day before, I had an acai bowl for breakfast. I had a protein smoothie in the afternoon. You know what I mean? And I capped it off with salmon and mashed potatoes, right? It's nice. It's calm. I have better days and I have other days.
Right.
So I'm like well-rounded in that sense. And I think one of the things that is probably helpful for our community in terms of the Caribbean community, in terms of our Black community, in terms of people that are trying to, or maybe not be trying to, but want to, or might try to, or you want to introduce to healthier options. I think it's beneficial to introduce them in small doses.
Of course.
Right? And
Of course.
also like palatable plates that look appetizing.
Of course.
Right? Like
course.
when you say plantains, you say avocado, you say quinoa, people be like, all right, we give that a try. You know what I mean? But you gotta, dress it up, make it cute, and it's like, all right, I'll give that a twirl.
So I'm not. So just to say,
and that's nice.
But
you
I'm
know,
not. I'm not no vegan chef now.
No, not saying you. I'm just saying, like, in
80%
general, to introduce our community and push for that message, just to dress it up in a way where it's like, okay,
it's coming.
Because we like to see it look good.
It's coming.
And then we like to taste to see it's good. And then we're like, okay, if there's benefits to this, I can rock with it.
It's coming.
But those are the ways that we accept healthy.
It's coming.
To be fair,
I met a brother who's a vegan chef, and he's a Christian as well, blood bought. And I've been thinking about, possibly doing an event where we can have other believers, non-believers, whatever, come over and learn about the meals and taste it. That's his niche.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, 80% of my diet is fruits. 20% is hot food. I only eat one meal a day. But that meal, because I'm a man, has to be big, like portion well. Can't be little but there's plenty out there.
Really, that's my thing though, because while you do, half and half, me, I'm a cut it cold turkey, and we're gonna go all in.
But that's lying to yourself.
But at the same time, though, my thing is, I don't mind doing that as long as I have, and which has been my main barrier is, or I don't know if it's for anybody else, it's just I'm not finding the right substitutes. That's my main thing.
What do you mean the right substitutes? You're not finding the substitute or the right substitute that tastes good to you? That tastes
good to me.
There you go.
For
you
example,
gotta say it like that.
For example, I'm a snack guy. I love me some snacks. Doritos, little popcorn when it's nighttime. I can't find the correct substitute. I tried popcorners. I heard it ain't really all that.
But you can make your popcorn in the house. Get the kernel and put it in the thing and put a little bit of salt. You can make your own popcorn. That's the better option, no?
No. Not for me.
You don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
So then stop lying to yourself. You see how you lying to yourself right now? You just said that you won't find something that is good enough, but now you went further to saying that it's too much work.
Once again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, I'm a man of convenience. I like things already ready for me, which is why when I said I do want to get into the healthy, but once again, now I have to go cooking. But then it's like cooking requires me to have to take time apart to have to do that.
You know what the real problem is?
So let me ask you a question. Would you rather go to Chick-fil-A, get a chicken sandwich, than to make your own meal at home that's healthy? Because it's more convenient for you to just get the chicken sandwich. Just be honest. Be honest. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for, right? But look, by you cooking in this kitchen, right? Remind you, I didn't learn how to make rice in my mid-20s because, when I was going through my divorce, I wasn't the one cooking before. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn everything from scratch. So I couldn't make an excuse because I'm learning by my own, by myself. So it's better to know what's going on in your body when you're cooking for yourself in the kitchen instead of me just giving you this and you eating it. And I just slap on there, it has 3 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. You're like, oh yeah, it's fast, it's convenient, I'm gonna eat it. And it's cheap. You gotta know, you gotta know your why.
I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you something. Because I was gonna tell you, but the real problem was you're beating a dead horse. The real problem is this is a mama's boy. This is a young man.
Ain't nothing wrong with
that. Lives.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. This is a young man that lives in a Haitian household with his mother. And in a Haitian household, a young man does nothing but get fed. It's called the sweetie baby. Okay? Is the favorite and can do no wrong. he is just getting treated like the king that he is. Okay? He won't experience nothing that you're talking about until he moves out and lives on his own.
Till I move out and live on my own.
This is why it's inconvenient for him to even make popcorn. Okay? So this is a different conversation.
She not wrong.
All right.
I'll be like,
That's a different conversation. His meals is cooked for him, and then he'll go and buy a meal. It's very convenient.
You could turn on a stove.
yeah.
You don't have to
Like,
do him like that. You ain't gotta do him
I'll be
like
like,
that, Jim.
No, because the thing is, I don't want you. The thing is, I'm trying to show you something, brother. Health is very serious.
Can you
Because
turn on the stove?
I can make a great breakfast too.
because
You
look
know?
here, my mom, right? When I told her I was a vegan, she couldn't believe me until she saw me seriously. Now she's rooting for me. She liked my content. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I'll be having sarsaparilla, I'll be having this and third. You have to be that change in your household. Remember, you're the leader of the household, no matter what.
The way he will start leading is if you could find him a vegan corner store. If you could tell him a vegan restaurant and vegan corner store, when he gets paid, he'll go get
You live in
some of
Brooklyn?
that.
live in Brooklyn.
But if you
Okay.
talk about cooking,
Give me all the
that's a
stores
dead
too.
story.
Yeah,
Give
that's
him the
right.
stores.
I got you.
Give me the
Alright.
stores.
Here's also another thing that I'm a proponent of. I'm a proponent of meeting people where they are, right?
Yeah, that's same.
So,
here.
for example, someone like Caleb, people watching that are like Caleb, that live at home and get catered to or whatever the case may be, your best bet in incorporating healthy options is finding healthy options to just buy from direct, where you don't got to think about it, work on it, or nothing like that. That's your best bet, honestly, right? Like a vegan restaurant, a corner store that is whatever, or what that sells certain cool things, knowing some snacks and stuff like that. Those are the ways he'll incorporate that instantly.
After the podcast, I'm gonna put you on
Right.
something that's instantly.
Instant.
And like I said, I'm gonna meet you where you at. It's just I refuse, bro. I take this calling seriously. I refuse to be like, make them laugh, make them have their kiki ha ha, make him stay comfortable. I'm not doing that to you. Because how can I love a brother in Christ if I just allow you just to get comfortable? That's like with anything. Getting comfortable, not reading your word, getting comfortable going to the club, getting comfortable not putting the right things in your body. Come on now. I need you here for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
But
Iron
I think-
sharpens iron.
But I also think I'm in agreement, but I also think that it's also wise to be able to aid people where they are, so that way that is just watering the seed that will grow later for them to be better.
Yes.
Right? So for people like Caleb, it's what is some of the best healthiest snacks? What is some of the best places where you can just grab and go? Right? For people more like me, or people that cook all the time, or people that are mothers and fathers, or whatever the case may be, then we can go into deeper of like what your pantry can look like, because these are people that are filling up their pantries, right? Like, I think it's good to be palatable to your audience, because yes, same message, but different delivery for different people in different areas they are in their lives.
Of course, because everyone comes from different walks of life.
Exactly.
And what I mean by turn on the stove part, I mean like, hey, initiative. You know what I mean? But I understand. I completely understand.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because I had to learn quick, But I think certain events in our life is gonna direct us to our calling. So what I do, not everybody doing that, especially in the church.
Yeah.
I never met, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I know a lot of people. My mother is actually plant-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's 70 Adventist, so a lot of people that are 70 Adventist and believe in the health message
vegetarian
are like that.
or plant-based?
Plant-based.
Or plant-based, okay.
Yeah.
Because SDA, they push vegetarian. It's funny though, it's a church in California, SDA, they're in the blue zone. I saw in a documentary, they're like 90-year-olds doing stretches outside the church.
Yeah.
Because they emphasize more on health.
On the health message.
Interesting.
Correct. Yeah. Which is very much plant-based. Some people can't do plant, they do vegan, but very much towards that. Vegetarian, some vegan, some plant-based, and the people that can't do that all the way will do pescatarian at the very max. And when I say pescatarian, there's still no shellfish or any
because they
bottom
go by the
feeders.
Vitical law.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's something that's very familiar to me. I want to pivot and talk about the sea moss.
Can I get that?
You know
I was
what
already reading
That's
that.
too far for me. Drop that one.
That's too far for me.
Okay, you'll be all right. We can share. Okay.
There
Look
we
at
go.
that. Look
Thank
at
you.
that.
Thank you.
A brother helping a brother
I had to
Come
go
on
out.
now.
out my
I love to
way.
see
Out
it.
your way to send it.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on now.
Instant gratification.
Mm.
Look at that.
Convenience.
Touch and agree.
Oh wow.
Yeah, get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kayla,
So
sorry.
let's pivot to this mango sea moss gel. Faith and Roots, is that the name of your company?
Yeah, so it's my wife and I brand called Faith and Roots. The whole mission of Faith and Roots is to promote for people to come back to what God has created so they can reap the benefits thereof for their bodies.
I love that. And what makes this sea moss different from others on the
All right.
shelf?
First and foremost, we don't preach it has over 90 minerals.
Mhm.
You don't care how many minerals we have. You just care about what is this doing for the pain points in my life. For one, it has magnesium. We have tested the raw sea moss itself, dry sea moss, and it came back high. And it came back in traces of magnesium, potassium, iron, and it came back really high in potassium. As I say, potassium helps with regulating your healthy heartbeat, and as well as, potassium helps soothe your muscles after a strenuous workout. This doesn't come with absorbic acid. Absorbic acid is used as a preservative, and the mango is actually ripened mangoes.
I love mangoes.
Liquefied, and it's
anything
not
mango flavored. You got me.
and it's not concentrated. Meaning, like, you ever saw, like, the palm juice, and when it says concentrated, meaning it has been stripped from its vitamins, fiber, and water. So that's not what's happening right there in your hand.
Okay, so two questions. What is sea moss? Because
sea moss. Okay,
I hear it all the time.
Listen,
I real life don't know what that is.
No, that's a good question.
Let me tell you about sea moss. 1 tablespoon a day keep the what?
Mucus
the mucus
away.
You did your homework.
No, I know about sea moss.
Okay. I feel like you did a lot of homework and
I normally don't, but I just, have it up here. Like I said, I'm familiar.
Okay.
I'm familiar.
Okay, cool. So as we know that sea moss is an algae, right? There's many type of forms of seaweeds. And this one that you have here is called Ecumacutini, right? Don't worry about the long name. Just know that this algae can be found in the Caribbean. Sea moss is known as, once again, is good for your heart. It's good to remove excess mucus from, if you're feeling congestion in your nasal area, as well. It helps with your lung health. And how can I not forget? It's good for your skin and your hair health.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can use it as a face mask and a hair mask. Obviously not
Interesting.
Not that.
Okay, so then second thing, right? So once again, to my knowledge, detox means when you detoxing your body, it means you flushing it, right? You go to the bathroom a lot and stuff like that. So would this help?
Or you could sweat it out too. There's
Sweat
a lot
it out?
of ways.
All right, so
to
there's
detox.
Yeah, so there's different forms of ways how your body detox. Now, for sea moss, I would say no.
Okay.
I'll highly recommend my colon cleanse. But for taste palette wise for today, to go out my way and to make it direct,
I know that's right.
And to leave a good impression, I wanted to give you guys the bestseller that everybody love.
Okay.
Usually when you do a detox, I have a colon cleanse where I have a regimen. It's for 4 days, 8 ounces a day. And you're only having water, coconut water, and fruits.
Interesting.
Right?
Love
and
it.
like Bianca has mentioned, yes, you could sweat it out. Running, sweating, working out is a form of detoxing. You're sweating out the toxins out of your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is known as AKA your immune system, right? You need that, right? And just fun fact for anyone who's watching out there, you ever heard about breast cancer?
Yeah.
And when they remove the lymph nodes, it's a bad day. The lymph nodes is used to filter out the toxins. So for someone who has breast cancer, if you remove the lymph nodes, what happens to the cancer? It goes rapidly throughout the whole body. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Because usually doctors push to say, hey, take it out. But if you take it out, you're taking them out faster.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got to say, when you mentioned that, I just kept thinking about how many testimonies there are of people that were terminally ill or had very poor diseases and stuff like that. And they radically changed their diet, and either they have been cured from it or it has gone away rapidly or like decreased rapidly. So there is a testament to the earth and what God is providing, having the medicines that is needed for our bodies. So I do really, really love that. For this sea moss, can we take as is? Can we incorporate into our meals or foods or like drinks? Like, how do you consume?
Yeah.
So you take 1 tablespoon in the morning, 1 tablespoon at night, or you can add it to your favorite smoothies. But however, for the regular gel, you could do the same thing or add it into your favorite teas.
Mhm.
But for this, you're not going to add it to your teas. But to be honest with this, you don't need to add anything. Just take one in the morning, one at night.
And that's it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Love
nice.
that. And then
That's
there's
cool.
other stuff that your company, Faith and Roots, provide. So you mentioned this, and the sea moss. You mentioned
The yellow sea moss.
yes,
Purple sea moss.
Mhm.
Purple sea moss is actually known to be high in potassium.
Mhm.
Really high. It has a more earthy taste. The yellow sea moss is tasteless. And we have sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is an herb known to have the most highest form of iron. Iron is very important. It cleans out your blood. It gives you healthy skin, healthy hair. Very important. And iron gives you the energy that you need.
Mhm.
So much is going on.
And
I got one last question though.
I'm gonna hold
Before
my
you
tongue.
go ahead and
Yeah.
you go ahead and
No, you
either
can go.
Hey,
switch up
take
or whatever.
notes.
But I
Yeah.
have one question for you.
sarsaparilla.
That's the iron one, right?
Yeah.
My wife takes that actually.
You need to take it too. Yeah.
All right now.
Yeah.
He
can
said what he
you
said.
You can learn that.
That's a married man. You know what we talking
You
about.
can learn that in premarital counseling too.
Okay.
Okay.
Not for now.
So
Okay.
Till you get
yeah,
till you
relax
get there.
yourself.
And same for you as
Oh.
well. It goes for everybody.
I got low iron. Why can't I take it?
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna take it. I got low iron.
Hmm.
Okay. One real
Wait,
out of the
you
box
said you
questions.
said you have low iron? Mm.
Yeah, I have an iron deficiency.
My wife got low iron too. That's
Yeah, I've always had an iron deficiency, and for
Listen.
my iron deficiency, I know like a lot of beads, and other stuff that you're supposed to take because I don't take iron pills, to be honest with you. I hate them.
Yeah,
Oh my god, they
constipation.
suck.
Well, all right,
So
wait,
I
hold
don't
up,
do that.
Hold up, because the
I don't do
viewers need
that.
to hear this.
Correct. Go
Unfortunately, 1 in 4 Americans are dealing with low iron.
ahead. Right.
Okay? Iron pills do what to you guys?
It don't feel good.
It makes you feel what? Constipated?
Yeah,
My wife
stomach
and-
hurts.
God told me one time to reach out to a brethren mom to speak to her about health. And I was very nervous. And I finally reached out to her. And she said, you know what, Gio? God told me to stop eating meat. I said, okay. She had high blood pressure and she was on blood thinners. Gone.
So you telling me if I stop eating meat, my iron
That's
deficiency
not
will
what
be
I'm
fine?
telling you. I could put you on a protocol and it can help you boost your iron levels.
So what will help the people out here? I know almost every girl
first
say
thing-
they have iron deficiency.
And you know why? Because it's what they're eating. Listen. hear
No,
me out.
I'm asking
The
what is good.
first
I only
step-
know beets are really good and something else, but I always forget. And
The
greens.
First step of detoxing the body. The first thing, you have to clean the gut. The second thing, you have to revitalize the body with a herb. It depends on what ailment that they're dealing with. For you, it would be Cheney root or yellow dock root tea or sarsaparilla tea or cerasee. Cerasee, I don't know if you guys ever heard about it.
No.
They got it in Jamaica. I know they got it in Haiti too.
We don't know
Okay,
about half of the
but-
stuff you're talking about.
Okay.
Keep
but
it back with you. Just assume we don't know. Carry on.
all right. So then, and the next thing after, we have to incorporate plant-based meals.
Oh, so you're saying it's a long thing? It's not one thing that I
That's
could
the
have?
thing. That's the thing. This is not something
Oh.
where you wear sneakers.
I thought you was going to say one
It's
thing.
never-
Like,
This is
come
not. It's not
on.
one thing. The thing is that you can't have.
Like, you know how I know beets is helpful for
No, but-
your iron?
No. You basically look. If I give you a protocol, all I'm doing is just showing you, hey, these are 3 steps you have to take. It's not a lie. My wife and I helped a lady. She was pre-diabetic, no more pre-diabetic, because we put her on the same protocol, except for, it's crazy how it worked, that after she cleaned her gut, I said to God, I was freshening up, and then after that, I was in the shower, freshening up, and then I was in the living room, and I was like, Lord, what to give her? Went to sleep, he told me the herb right on my head, and I remember the spelling, and I remember I had it in the book, and it said it helped with something, but when I researched it, it helped treat diabetes. She have it. She's no more pre-diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny enough. I wish I'd told you guys along with the journey how I got into this. And I won't tell you anything. I won't tell you no lie. I remember I had a company called Sea Moss the Boss.
Mhm.
It's a lot you guys got to know. And it's funny enough, God told me to sell sea moss when I was in the Army. You guys know Prince Darnell?
Yeah.
I gave him
The tax guy.
I gave him sea moss, and he said, yo, this bad boy helped me out, Giovanni. And when I was on duty, God said, sell sea moss. And he was telling me the name, Sea Moss the Boss. Next thing, I felt like he was giving me the quote like what to say, the slogan, 1 tablespoon a day keep the mucus away. This is during 2020 when COVID-19, where everybody was dealing with it. And that's when health and wellness boomed, right? More people started getting health. Next thing all you know, I remember I did like a call on Zoom. It was a young man. I'm not going to say his name, but he was in the army too. And he was on my Zoom call and he looked off. Went over to his house. I'm not taking up time, right?
No, it's not that. I was getting a message.
I went to his house, and because God was leading me to go to his house. You ever saw somebody that looked like they're on the brink of death? Like so sick. He was in the couch like this, slumped over. And his wife was very honest with me. And this is why I say, men, take care of your health. Husbands, take care of your health. She said he's not standing up. And he had something with his liver. And it's funny enough, like last month or so, the doctor was telling him that disease he had was a genetic disease. Hear me out. Me not knowing much about herbalism at the time, I gave him a colon cleanser, which I recommend to people, which I have as well. And I said, take this, and I gave him some sea moss. And I said, all right, take this, you know what I mean? And slowly, but I never had a protocol. I just say, hey, take the colon cleanser, eat the sea moss. I don't know how long after, but he FaceTimed me. The sun was shining. He was in the pool happy. He don't have the disease no more. All thanks to God. All thanks to what he said in Genesis 1:29. Remember, God is Jehovah Rapha. The Lord who what? Heals. So whatever I'm telling you is not for, you got to look in the long haul, because I don't want your language to be, not saying it will be, oh man, my daughter has low iron, my son have low iron. They're like, Mom, why I have that? I don't know. I have it. It's not something that is passed down. It's dietary. It has to change. It has to.
Wow.
But it's a choice you can make temporarily, and you can be like, you know what? Instead of this, I'm gonna have a little bit of this. Instead of this much of meat, I'm gonna have a little bit of meat. I'm gonna have more greens. I'm gonna have more of this. I'm gonna have more of my healthy fats. It's up to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just had to.
That's your testimony. Yeah. You got to share your testimony.
Yeah, that was amazing. Wow. So this is just something you just been downloaded to you.
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, everything I was doing when I look back, it just came. It was all leading up to this. Especially when last year on a Sabbath, when I woke up, God said to me, I want you to speak to the church about health. And it's funny enough, the church leader, wife on the Zoom, I was like, hey, you guys got to start talking about your gifts. Like, Gio, you talk about health. And I was like, that's God.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing.
So I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping until.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you have to go out your way. You know what I mean? I got to get
the motto.
That's the motto. Go out your way to bring it direct.
Yeah.
That's the motto. You better add that.
All right, boom. So before we go ahead and.
I want 1%.
Before we go ahead and ask this question that we usually ask. To have these little rapid fire questions where, you know what I'm saying, we ask you these questions and it's either yes or no or whatever the answer is, and then you go ahead and go more on that. You ready?
Sorry. I'm ready.
Yep.
No problem.
All right. I'm ready.
All right.
Rapid questions.
Yes or no. If you got to explain it a little bit more, you let us know.
Yes or no.
Boom. First one. What's your favorite smoothie combo?
My favorite smoothie combo is mangoes. I don't really have I just like mangoes.
So just mangoes.
Mangoes, yes sir.
You don't drink smoothies?
Nah, I'm more like juices. So my favorite. Sorry.
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Juices
over
juice,
smoothie.
Green apples. Yeah.
Juices over smoothies.
You said just 3 apples?
Green apples.
Oh, green apples.
Juices over smoothies. Cool. And favorite fruit clearly is mango.
Yeah, mango. One food you'll never touch again.
Meat. I can answer that one.
You never know though.
Beef.
Really?
Meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ribeye will cause you to die. Yeah.
Ribeye will cause you to die.
Yeah, that
bar. Oh my goodness.
Or ribeye till I die.
Goodness gracious.
I'm sorry. I play all day. Carry on.
Coffee or tea person?
Tea.
Tea.
Coffee. What strips iron from the body?
Correct.
Goodness gracious.
And gives you it's like crack.
I love me some good coffee.
Yeah,
though.
you be wired, itching for your next cup.
Now, to meet you where you at, Instead of coffee, you can have some cacao or cocoa tea.
I love a cacao.
Cocoa tea?
Yeah, the powder, cocoa powder.
Is that not hot chocolate?
Yes, in a way. But you don't want to get it from Hershey's. You want to get it from like, you know.
But that's not
something.
Yeah. You gotta get it from like, authentic.
It's so much, man.
Yeah. It's not really that much.
So Caleb is like chocolate Nesquik.
No, so not even from that, man. You want to get cacao. You can find raw cacao online, like raw cacao powder. And you could prepare it with cinnamon, allspice, walnut milk.
It's called Haitian hot chocolate.
Far as with sweetener, you can use honey.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that raw unfiltered honey, or you can use agave, but don't use too much agave because it can spike your blood sugar levels.
Oh,
it's not really a lot, man. I'm just explaining to you as we in a class.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. What's one of your guilty pleasured food?
Oh man.
Yeah, let's get into that. What's your guilty pleasure, Mr. Healthy? Yeah.
I got sugarcane.
All right.
And
You're not serious.
and I'm gonna name one more thing, and I haven't had it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of those I had at a Haitian vegan spot, Laiku. You ever heard about Laiku?
Yes, I've heard of Laco.
They fire.
Yes.
Right? You can start there for a little fun. But that's like my McDonald's, so I barely eat there. But they have this thing where this peanut crunch. They come with spices.
Pistache?
Probably.
I think
the
it's
spices.
pistache.
I think he's having pistache. Okay, that's good. That's
No,
good.
but rare.
That's good.
But when I eat that,
Let me tell y'all something.
Pistache, wow.
Let me tell y'all something for everybody tuning into EP.Sit podcast. This man is not a Haitian man.
Yo.
But he has
But he tuned
mentioned
in.
knowing, used to having Malta.
Mm-hmm.
The man is talking about his cheat code is pistache.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The man, all right. The man is Jamaican and Trini. Hey,
Translate, please.
Haitian stands up.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Nula.
One time. say it.
1804.
One time.
Y'all come man. All right, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Please.
Carry on. It's
if
the
you could
Haitian pride, you know?
Yeah. What happened?
Comem.
Comem.
What's comem?
Cornet.
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 What is that?
It's like to
They'll
know.
know.
And you
Like
said
you'll
nele.
know.
You said nele.
Nula.
Nula.
Means we here.
Nula.
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 Means we here.
Nula.
Yeah.
Nula. Vegan.
And then,
Nula.
and then you gotta say MP. That's it.
Yeah.
Il a passé.
No.
You said you did pas say. It was close. You really did though. You really did
So
though.
close. That's
Yeah,
close. It
hold on.
sounded right. It wasn't right though. EP. That's it.
Oh, epi, that's it.
There you go.
Nale,
stop.
nale,
Nu-
vegan.
Nula.
Nula, vegan, il passé.
Yeah.
I had to put
We'll
the
take
force
it.
into the couch.
That's
take
right.
it.
Real
We'll
force.
take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Two more and then we done, right?
Mm.
What's one health expert that you want to collab with?
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Aspiration, dreams, and goals.
Coach Rochelle T. Parks. She's also a believer, and she also served in the United States Army as like an officer, high-ranking officer.
Okay.
She
love
inspired me.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Love
nice.
that.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm a, if you guys could tag her,
We will.
Say no more.
We will.
Say no more.
We
Say no
will.
more.
We got dreams, hopes, and aspirations out here.
Okay, and last one. And I don't know about this one, but
He's sweating.
yeah.
My
they might
God,
be a
I don't
little-
even know. I haven't proofread them, so
Go
we'll
ahead,
see.
go ahead.
Is the church failing when it comes to teaching about health and the body as a temple?
That's not a yes or no question, my friend.
I know.
That's
Yes.
Get into. Oh,
And why? Let me tell you why.
Boy.
Let me tell you why, bro.
go ahead.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'm not
Everything you about to say minus is the Adventist church because we've been on that.
I know, of course,
Pump it.
Okay.
Get that
All
shit.
right.
So
Just saying.
I believe that the church is failing when it comes to about speaking about health. But it's gonna change. And I pray that God used me as a vessel and all of us here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I dig this now. I'm not speaking for all churches, but for you viewers, have you ever guys had in service somebody and speak about announcements? Hey, keep such and such in prayer. They're in a hospital dealing with high blood pressure, dealing with diabetes and all these things. Have you guys ever dealt with that?
Mhm.
All right, cool. Have you guys ever dealt with a pastor that's overweight,
Yeah.
who could barely breathe, and they have pressure in their heart, like a sumo wrestler sitting on their chest? And then after church, we go downstairs in the basement, we eat the meals that's killing us, right? Then we eat the foods after church in the basement that's killing us, or we go to our local diner, right?
Yeah.
But nobody's not teaching us about, yo, you got to put this in your body, put that in your body. Come on now. It just don't make sense. If you're going to say that you love God, you should love everything that he has given you to steward.
Yes.
You give him thanks when he give you money, right?
Yeah.
I pray that you steward it well.
Mm-hmm.
You give him thanks for, divine protection.
Yeah.
But why you don't check yourself and know that, you know what? Lord, I always thank you for this meal, but what am I actually putting in my body?
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I actually want to retract what I said
Mhm.
because I said this pertains to every other church besides the Seventh-day Adventist
Sorry.
Church.
Yeah.
And I want to retract what I said because, and I will go on record on saying this, y'all can feel how y'all feel, but I speaks the truth and I say what I say because I mean what I say. Seventh-day Adventist churches are hypocrites because we have the health message. We talk about the health message. But you just mentioned about going to eat after church. We do the same thing. And I mean, especially Haitian Seventh-day Adventist churches, Caribbean Seventh-day Adventist churches. We have the health message. We talk about the health message. But right after church, we go downstairs and we have our rice and our mac and cheese and our all of the things, right? But we always placate with having the fake meat, the vegan patties.
They got fruits and salad too.
Okay.
They do.
Okay. But none of this, majority of the stuff that we are eating are not part of the health message. And to your testament, the pastors is overweight. The members is overweight. All right.
And
The kids
you're right.
are overweight.
Nah, facts.
So that's the
Our
thing.
the kids
So I
too.
will say that because one thing I am not is a hypocrite. I like to always say that I'm a Sabbath keeping Christian because I also am very intentional about the things that I say and I'm intentional about the messages that I put out there. And it would not be of service, of honest, if I were to say minus this group of people when they do the same thing.
Facts.
But I would call it hypocrite because we have the message and we're not applying the message. So it goes to the people that know better but don't do better. In terms of like, I put myself in that group. I know better in terms of health as well, but I don't always do better. But like I said, I don't lie to myself. I do make better choices as much as I possibly can, but I also know that I always revert back to, the tendencies of things that I hold dear and near or love. So I will have the meats and I will have certain things, but I'm at least honest and conscious enough to know, like, okay, no, there are alternative things to do. And I also am very mindful once a month, I'm always fasting for at least a week because I do need my body to cleanse and reset and stuff like that. So I know better, but I don't always do better. And so therefore I should call out those that do know better, but don't always do better as well. So wanted to say that.
Okay. That was good luck. Yeah, they're gonna rip her up in the comments.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Last question that I always ask every guest once they come here. It's what's the legacy that you're hoping to leave behind when you leave this earth?
Right. So, for one, the legacy that I'm looking for, to leave behind before I leave this earth is for one, to know that I was faithful to Lord Jesus Christ first.
Amen.
Second, to always influence that child or, my daughter or the generations to come to know that, hey, it's very important and vital that whatever we put in our body, that it honors God first. That's a legacy I would like to leave behind. To leave the hospitals empty and to keep our kitchen filled like a garden, stuff to give us the nutrients that we need. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a legacy.
That's real.
You know what I mean? That's the legacy.
That's real.
And of course, the one that lived, the one thing that's eternal is, of course, our belief in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But on earth, it's for people to invest in their health and not in hospital bills.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything you want to say before I go ahead and
Yeah, the last thing I want to say is, Thanksgiving is around the corner. Be mindful. I know what I'm gonna be eating. Do you? Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I have no choice.
And I have a feeling that our plates will look the same, but his will not.
It's okay.
And
we all gonna look the same.
But here's what I will say though, albeit that my plate will not look like this man's plate. I will be conscious about the amount of which I will put on my plate, and the amount. Right? Start small, and then do better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah. I'll try after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna give myself the challenge.
Thank you for being honest with
after
yourself.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you for being honest with yourself.
I'm gonna give it a
Make one better decision a day leading up to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Let Thanksgiving be your cheat code, if that's what you want to call
and then
it,
we lock
quote
it
unquote. And then make more better decisions after Thanksgiving. Ongoing until you find your why and you could stick to a healthy lifestyle till you see your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Well, can I add something in there? Speaking about, I forgot to mention this about the whole Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know that rice, if it sits out for 24 hours in room temperature, and I don't know how it was for you guys, but you ever grew up and the rice that was made from the night before, and everyone ate and it was leftovers and it was left outside on the stove.
We put that in the fridge.
You put it in the fridge,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. But if you don't put it in the fridge, just know within 24 hours in room temperature, it forms mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another thing to note is everything in America that you eat is bad. So
But we can't
try to do better.
But we can't live with that mentality because there's a lot of healthy alternatives.
But that's what I said. Try to do better because almost everything we eat in America is bad. Because that's a lot of what is put out in front of us. So try to do better by going out of your way.
Be intentional.
Be intentional. Go out of your way.
And get
it direct.
And get it direct.
Come on now. I'll go out your way,
Ping,
intentional,
ping, ping.
and getting it direct.
And
that's
know
the message.
your why, because that's what's going to make you stick to it.
Know your why.
That's what makes you stick to it.
Yeah.
I found my why. Vanity. And then I stay for health.
Okay. My
Find
why,
yours.
I just got to be a better man. That's it. There's nothing better. There's nothing else.
You know what I meant when I was speaking about
Mm-hmm.
us as men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stepping on your toes. Okay.
Just gotta be better, man. For the fam.
All right.
Yeah. So, once again, thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Giovanni, being on the pod. I'm pretty sure my brain kind of overload. This was a lot of information. You feel me? So we appreciate you.
But this is a great
that.
conversation, and thank you for coming. And then just please be sure to check out Faith and Roots. They got sea mosses, they got cleanses, and they got so much more. Check them out. And one better decision a day keeps you away from the hospital.
Yeah. And definitely don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely make sure to follow Giovanni on all his social media platforms. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
God bless.